federal government is planning a new crackdown on pollution. Activists in Louisiana, of course, have been fighting for chemical plants for decades. That's why the head of the EPA actually announced the new plan in St. John Parish. Rachel Hanley takes us there.
We have been asking for better protection, better science for years.
With the Denka plant in the distance,
This is the first time anyone has kept their promise.
federal, state, and community leaders laid out a plan to put tighter restrictions on chemical companies. EPA Administrator Michael Regan chose this site after visiting 2 years ago.
I met with families all across this community, and nearly every person that I spoke with knew someone who suffered from an illness that they believed was connected to the pollution in the air they breathe.
According to the EPA, the new rules will reduce pollution by about 6,000 tons a year.
And in communities near these chemical plants, the number of people with elevated risk would drop by an astounding 96%.
They'll also require permanent monitoring systems near plants. And critically for Louisiana, pollution limits won't be paused during hurricanes anymore.
Communities don't stop breathing during a hurricane.
The new regulations target almost 80 different polluting chemicals. A couple of them have been a big concern here in St. John Parish for a long time. Chloroprene, which comes from the Denka plant right behind me, and ethylene oxide, or ETO. The EPA says over the span of a 70-year lifetime, someone exposed to 0.2 micrograms per cubic meter of chloroprene has an elevated risk of cancer.
We know now that our children, by the time they are 2 years old, have experienced that 70-year level.
Under the new plan, plants will have to reduce chloroprene emissions by 14 tons a year.
This is the first time EPA has ever stepped up to say they're going to help us.
For activists who have been pushing for these regulations for years, there's optimism.
This is a great day in St. John Parish.
And the knowledge that the work is far from over.
We still have to be vigilant and make sure that it's followed through.
The EPA is still working out some of the new rules in court. They're expected to be finalized next spring. Rachel Hanley, Eyewitness News.
We reached out to Danka for comment late this afternoon. We'll let you know if they respond. Vinyl chloride will also be regulated more tightly under the updated rules. That's the chemical that spilled when that train derailed in Ohio in February.